Minute, I have 6 yams baking in my oven at 400 degrees, and so I'm going to show you what we do next. That's our starchy carb right there for dinners or any meal. We're going to use wax beans as our fibrous carbohydrate, and I'm going to show you how to make them taste really, really delicious, okay? You just need a pan and some foil on it, and we'll cut the ends off first. I'm going to cut the ends off and wash them. And I'll show you what we do next. Here's the amount of beans I'll use. I'll wash them right now, and I'll cut these. I'll cut them at least in half or thirds, depending on how long they are. Okay, so next I take and I put the washed wax beans in a plastic bag, and then you can season it with whatever you want. I'm going to use my garlic and parsley salt. You can use anything you want. And then I'm going to put, I'll just spray this little home bottle we have. I'll spray it with olive oil, and I'll shake it up really well so it gets over all the beans. Next, you can see I lay them out pretty flat on the baking sheet that I have with foil over it also. So I lay it out pretty flat. They don't have to be exactly laying flat, but I also don't want them really piled up, okay? Or you don't want them really piled up. They'll just cook a little bit better if they're not stacked, too many of them stacked on each other. Okay, so I fold the foil over, and you can see I crease it on the ends, right? Doesn't have to be super duper tight, just crease it on the ends. And next I'm going to throw it in the oven. Depending on if you're doing 325, 350, the amount of time it'll take to cook could be anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on if you want it to be soft or so cooking a long time or leaving it a little more crunchy and cooking it for less time. You have to experiment with your oven anywhere from 325 to 400. But remember, the longer you leave these vegetables in heat, the more the vitamins you'll destroy. So you really don't want to overcook them, okay? So I'm going to throw them in the oven right now. Okay, so I have both the wax beans cooking and the yams. And then my protein will come from a chicken breast that I'm not sure how I cook it. I may do it quick and just put it on the George Foreman grill, or I might saute it up in some olive oil with a little bit of seasoning in an iron skillet, cut it up in chunks. So now this here is my the carbohydrate. This will give you glycogen. The stored glycogen, when you get in here, releases glucose for energy. It has fiber, sweetness, everything. I crack mine open. I may put a little bit of butter on it, and then I like sour cream on there. And then you can see these here are the wax beans. I probably left them in a little bit too long because I walked away and forgot about it. But they taste great. I'll tell you that. Really, really good. And that'll be the fibrous carbohydrate, and with again other vitamins and minerals in it. And then the other thing, like I said, I'll do is I'll add that chicken to it. So I have protein, fibrous carbohydrate to slow down the digestion, and then the carbohydrate that's starchy that'll load you up your muscles with glycogen, and stored glycogen releases glucose when you need it for energy. Thanks for watching. Please share the video.